After the administrative phase, we continue with the operations phase. And we start with the strategic warfare. Actually, we have two warfare points and one technology marker point that allows us to throw two dice, one gray, one white. For the Allied, we draw a combat card and have a look at the column. So we see that there is a 1 in the strategic warfare column for the year 3940. Let's see what our two dice show. One gray, one white. So it's one hit, so it's even. Nothing happened. We go on to the movement phase. There is the operational movement, which allows us to move armies within a front. We do not see the necessity, but we think it would make sense already to move one army from the Eastern Front, from the area Poland, maybe to Denmark, Norway. There we are. And we believe that these four armies are strong enough to make a successful attack to Poland. The movement will have an impact on our area head generals, because there are now only four armies which allow only one area head manager or general, but we will solve that later. The movement, the last kind of movement, is air movement. We decrease the Western Front, and we are now allowed to increase the Eastern Front by this 1 point. Having 5 in the air naval control track in the Eastern Front, for example, allows us to throw an additional white die, which is the same as a reduced army. That's a movement, and we come to the command. Now we see that we are no longer allowed to have two generals as area head. So we will reduce von Bock and we'll send him back to the player board. We have now two armies in the area Denmark-Norway, and there we plan an attack next year. The attack will be in rough terrain, expressed by the brown circles. So we should find an AG head with the feasibility and special abilities for rough terrain. Let's have a look. There is, for example, this Maximilian von Weix. He will give us an additional hit to the Axis combat roll when we attack Western or Soviet armies, and he is especially in the you see it, the white aircraft in the brown box. He especially in rough terrain. So we will get the general's counter, and we will park him here, and then we will place it as area AG head here in Denmark, Norway. Next year, when we make an attack there, we will get an additional leading general, so good chances for a successful operation. So there are no further vacancies or things to do as far as the command segment is concerned. We move on with the Axis offensive. So we have this Fallweis, the invasion of Poland, which allows us to move one pawn into Area 1. You see it on the card. The season is not winter. That's right, it's still fall. So we place the pawn in the area and we start the combat. We attack from Stettin to Krakow, which is a plain terrain. So it's good for our panzer here, which when there is a hit with the black die, we have 2 hits. And but the combat first starts with the draw of a combat card. Having a look, there are in the Western Fraction in 3942 defense points. That means 2 dice for the defenders. Okay, let's have a look about our leading general. As leading general, for example, so Maximilian from Weiss is now in command, and von Reichenau, for example, the controlling player may re-roll 1 die in the allied combat roll. The new result must be applied. Okay, why not? So we make him leading general. He is now an activated general. And 1 die, that one we will see what the die will show. They have 2 dice. And they have 1 armor hit and 1 hit. So the armor hit just a second. Yeah, means 2 hits. So we are allowed to re-roll this armor hit die because of the ability of our general. So we now have 2 hits for the Western side, the Western allies, and we throw our 1 black and 3 gray dice for the axis, and we have 1 panzer hit, which is 2 hits, and so we have a lot of hits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 or 5. That's sufficient. So we are successful, and we can move forward. So we can move to Krakow, and we are also allowed to make a second advance, which will cost us 1 army point. So we have to remove 1 gray army, regular army, to a reduced army, and we are allowed to move further on to Warsaw. So this means that we have now occupied Poland, and the disputed line marker is moved into an occupied one, and later we will get the benefits from this successful operation. So let's move ahead to the Western offensive, as there is a disputed marker here in southern France, and a Western control disk and Axis control disk, there is a counterattack from the Allied side. We draw a combat card, but it shows, here we are, you see here there is no attack, so nothing happens, and we can go on with the Soviet offense. The Soviets are not at war actually, so let's come to the military directive objectives check. The check is, objective is conquer Warsaw. We have done it, so we get as for the success 1 Wehrmacht replacement and 4 prestige points, and the fanatism marker is increased by 1. So the Wehrmacht replacements are now 2. The fanatism marker is now 3, and we get 4 prestige points. There we are. The supply check can be done quite quickly because all our armies have non-interrupted lines to Festungen or to the center box here. Okay. Victory check is not applicable in the beginning of the game. So that was the operations phase, and we can now close the year 39 and we can go ahead to the ongoing year, the following year, that is winter 40. And we will see how it will go on. Thank you.